Daddy, can you read me a bedtime story? Sure, buddy. I have the best story to tell you, dude. My parents and their parents for generations told this story. It's the story of Mr. Brokey Dokey. Mr. Brokey Dokey? I know it's silly, but let me tell you, this is far from silly. This is the wicked. And there's rumors that if you read this story, Mr. Brokey Dokey will get in your mind, and if your mind wanders when listening to this story. Did that happen to you? No, it's just all silly. Let's just get to the story. There once was a sad man named Mr. Brokey Dokey. He didn't really have friends and he also didn't really have family. He always thought that he did everything wrong and he lost confidence in anything because he couldn't do anything right. But there was one thing that he believed he got right. He enjoyed making these little funny songs for the people of his town. When he first started doing it, nobody wanted to watch him and nobody really liked him. So he did it forever for free of charge. Now before this next part, let me tell you, Mr. Brokey Dokey wasn't something pleasant to look at. Well, he was having fun, pleasing the people until he noticed more and more people are going, and they kept leaving more by the weeks. He asked one of the last viewers, and they told him of this teenager lad that could sing his heart out, and he was so dashing and handsome as well, unlike Mr. Brokey Dokey. This made him go to his old self, but he kept doing it. He was doing it one day for the stray dogs, and the teenager himself walked up and told Mr. Brokey Dokey that he should just stop and threw a coin at his feet. He walked a few steps and turned around and said, "You know what? You might as well just kill yourself. That might work." And he laughed and went on his way. This made Mr. Brokey Dokey so mad. He knew he had to do something, but he didn't like it. He set his mind to it and has to be done. That same very night, Mr. Brokey Dokey slipped out in the shadows and appeared in front of the teenager's house with a black sack and a crazy look on his face that was painted like a clown so nobody would know him. He went around the house and seen where the boy was at and noticed he had a mom, dad, sister, and a dog. He knew he had to get the dog away. Lucky he had a beef stick, so he threw it in the backyard and he decided to pet the dog because he loved him. The dog turned around and bit onto Mr. Brokey Dokey, and he went stiff and grabbed the dog and ripped its whole head off with the spinal cord included. He snapped back to normal and looked down and gasped and didn't know what just happened. Oh well, he knew he had to do the job, so he snuck through the door, and the dad was on the couch reading newspaper, so he went behind him with a fishing line and pulled until it slid through the dad's neck. And the sister came down because she heard the struggling, and she seen him and her dad, but couldn't see her dad because of the couch. Mr. Brokey Dokey assured the girl that he's a friendly clown, and he told her that him and her dad are playing, and she believed it. When she turned around, he laughed. He threw a hatchet into the back of her head, sticking her to the wall. He went up and found the boy, and he heard the shower running. He rushed to the bathroom and grabbed the mother out of the shower by her neck and threw her through the second-story window, and seen that she survived. But he's not worried because he knows something she don't. And she was walking, and she got stuck in a bear trap. And Mr. Brokey Dokey pulled out a bow and nailed her in the eye with an arrow. Now it's on to the next boy, and he simply went in and pummeled the boy with a sledgehammer. After this was all done, he suddenly snapped back to his nervous, anxious self. He started yelling and crying, not knowing what's going on, but he know the blood is on his hands, so he decided to get the law in there, and when the law is there, they have their guns ready, because the crime scene is so gruesome. Mr. Brokey Dokey is crying and yelling about he don't know what happened. When the cops get close, he snaps straight and grabs the cop in front and turns around and uses it as a shield from the other cop and threw him at him and started stabbing the living cop. And there were others coming in and started shooting him, but he didn't go down and charged another cop and stabbed him, but finally he gave out. Rumor has it that they threw his body in the woods somewhere and he survived in a cave for all these years, but nobody knows. That's all, buddy. Why did you tell me that story? I'm not going to be able to sleep now. Can you check the closet? Yeah, sure, buddy. There ain't no monsters. Look. What about under the bed? Look, yep, nothing. Okay, good night, son. What was that? It came from under the bed. Stay quiet. Ah, gotcha, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you for telling a little boy that story? No, I never lived in a cave. I lived in a meth den, you fucking retard. That's why you're laying there on the floor with your head split open, bitch. And you made fun of my name, huh, bitch boy? Well, I'm gonna take you with me and you'll find out what's funny, you pussy.